Hey, what's up, everybody, man? So, Myles Garrett requested a trade a few weeks back, and I'm just here to talk to y'all about it, man. So, as of right now, the Browns, they coming out saying that they not interested in trading him, which makes no sense. If a dude tells you he don't want to be here, what the fuck you mean you not interested in trading him? Get him gone. He done hopped on social media with it. He hopped on a couple podcasts with it. At this point, you're looking desperate. Like, at first, I understood, like, okay, y'all trying to play hardball so that y'all can get max value for him. But y'all doing a little bit too much. He said he want to get traded. Y'all need to work on trading him. Y'all talking about trying to give him an extension. Like, that's just so desperate to me. Like, I understand Myles Garrett is one of the best players to hit a Browns uniform. But anybody that don't want to be here got to go. Like, yeah, you could try to keep him. But if they're making it evident and they're staring on the fact that they want to leave, you gotta trade him. And I'm not understanding why we're not trying to trade him before the draft, so we can get some draft capital and actually try to use those picks to get better this year. And it's crazy because this year it's depth at the D-line position, so this is the best year to try to fill his void. But they're not thinking like that. They're trying to play the long game and hopefully he can stay. And for some reason, which I didn't look into, they were saying he probably wouldn't get traded until after June 1st, probably for money purposes or something like that. I don't know. But I feel like we need to go ahead and trade him. Like, Myles Garrett is good. Don't get me wrong, but we're not in a position to win. He wants to win. And whether we want to admit it or not, we're not in the most confident position, so I'll say that. Because we have talent, we have guys that can win, but we're not in the most confident position to win. Like, if I'm the GM, I couldn't really confidently pitch to Myles Garrett that we can contend for a Super Bowl next year, or at least even make the playoffs. And the reason why I say that is because we have too many concerns. Like, this is probably the worst position the Browns have been in. And remember, the Browns then went 0-16 and then had countless losing seasons. This is the worst position the Browns have been in. And the reason why I say that is because we actually have talent now. Back then, we didn't have talent, so nobody really expected much. But nobody expected us to go 0-16, though. But looking at the team, starting our head coach is on the hot seat. Anybody that knows me personally, anybody that came from my other channel, I don't like Kevin Stefanski. Kevin Stefanski is very overrated. He's a mediocre head coach. He's not good. You feel me? Like, well, he's good enough to improve a team. He can win some games, but he's not going to take you to the promised land. It's just not going to happen with Kevin Stefanski. So we got him on the hot seat, right? And he's taking over play calling duties. Like, his play calling is iffy too, so he really putting his own job in jeopardy. So Kevin Stefanski on the hot seat. The O-line it really needs to improve, and we seen the O-line just take a huge fall off after we lost our O-line coach. So the O-line got to improve. Nick Chubb just hit free agency, and I don't know if they're going to bring him back or not, but he's testing the market. So now we probably down a running back. Quarterback, we're down to quarterback. Quarterback is the worst position. I mean, the worst position that, or should I say not position, but that's the biggest problem we have, because we have a quarterback, Deshaun Watson, but Deshaun Watson came here on a fully guaranteed contract, and he's underperformed, and he's been getting hurt. He missed the rest of last season. I think the season before that, he missed the rest of that season. Now he's about to miss the whole next season. So we can't even fall back on running it back with him simply because he's not going to be available. Plus, even if he was available, him and Kevin Stefanski just don't mesh. Kevin Stefanski does not cater to Deshaun Watson's strengths. He does not know how to use a quarterback like Deshaun Watson. I single-handedly think that Deshaun Watson is probably still a pretty good quarterback, but I just think that he's not in the best position to produce. So yeah, you got you got Deshaun Watson. Even if he was to come back, it's not like him and the coach mesh anyway. So that's not a confident thing to pitch to anybody that you're on a road to win the Super Bowl. So now we in a position where we either about to go rookie or we about to go vet. The veterans out there that are available, you got Kirk Cousins. Ain't nobody really confident in Kirk Cousins winning us no bowl, even though that's probably the quarterback that Kevin Stefanski has had the most success with. that's probably it. You got Russell Wilson out there. I don't see us bringing in Russ. It's just not going to happen. You feel me? Quarterback, we get to get Shador or Cam Ward, or unless they want to take a wild card and pick that one dude. I think he played for I don't know who he played for, Dart, him. But anytime you're drafting a rookie quarterback, you don't know how that's going to go. We've seen 2 rookies in back-to-back classes play at a all-pro level, but that's very rare. You feel me? So we can swing and miss at a quarterback, or we just may need time for the quarterback to develop. Like, it's the odds of us getting a quarterback and making a deep playoff run is very, very slim. Defense took a step back last year. They definitely did. And it's kind of hard for your defense to consistently produce when your offense is full of shit. And that's what the offense was last year. They were full of shit. So it's kind of hard for a defense to go out there and just, constantly produce like that. So the defense took a step back. So all those things that are on the table as far as how this team is going to play out. So basically, we have a lot of question marks on the team. So how could you expect Myles Garrett at 28 years old, who has Super Bowl aspirations, to want to stay here when he already was thinking about his future? And also, I want y'all to know, he's not the only one thinking that. Denzel Ward said if we trade Myles Garrett, he go consider his future. Joe Bitonio, who contemplating retirement or whatever, he's going to contemplate his future based off of Myles Garrett's decision. Like, there's players on the roster that feel the same energy. Like, they don't, you feel me? They're uncertain about the future here. They just may have not come out and said it yet, or they may not be ready, but they definitely are having concerns about the future, and they're clearly not happy. So, yeah, overall, I think we need to trade Myles Garrett, get whatever we can get for him. I heard the Eagles trying to go all in. I heard they're willing to give us some starters. I want to know what starters they're willing to give up, because we can use some guys with Super Bowl experience. We can use some quality starters, some good starters at that, and plug them in, and we can keep shit going. And I know they're going to give us some draft capital, too. I think that's a good option for us. I ain't tripping about that. So, yeah. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Do you think we should... It's not even about if you think we should trade Myles Garrett. What do you think we'll get from Myles Garrett? Do you think we should trade him before or after the draft? Let me know how you feel about the whole situation in general. Don't tell me if you think we should trade or not, because you don't want to be here. Why do you want to keep somebody that don't want to be here? You feel me? So, yeah, like, comment, subscribe. I got more content coming soon.